Hi there. It's summertime, which means it's time for Pride. I love rainbows, so I've bought these fabric swatches with a plan to make them into beautiful doll dresses. I got them from spoonflower.com and they're pretty small, just enough for what I'm planning. I thought I'd use this bright one with a pattern from one of my LittleAmelie books. I'm going to make the spaghetti straps dress from her doll sewing book for The Resort. She includes an adaptation for this one, which I love. It has a shorter skirt and frilled sleeves added. I've looked out a contrasting fabric to use for the bust and straps. This gorgeous Red Hearts cotton, which was sent to me by the lovely Marna from Dolls Rescued. I'll cut the rest of the pattern from the rainbow cotton. I'll cut and join 2 strips to make the skirt instead of following the pattern because of the small size of fabric I have. I'll add fray check to these pieces before I cut them out. I think these patterns look so good together. They remind me of my old Rainbow Bright doll. I begin the assembly by sewing up the darts in the bust and the bodice. Next, I will hem and gather the sleeves to fit onto the strap pieces. Once they're joined, I'll tuck in the rest of the strap to cover the raw edges and hand stitch it in place. That's both straps done, so now I can pin them to the bust pieces. And use a square of lining fabric to complete them. Both bust pieces are lined, and now I snip this seam allowance to help with matching them to the bodice. I'll use a tacking stitch instead of pins here as it's quite fiddly. Now that's done, I can work out where I want the straps to meet at the back and pin them on. To finish the bodice part, I will now sew on a lining section that will secure the straps as well. Once turned out, it's all looking super cute. Here I've joined 2 strips to make my skirt, using the shorter length shown in the pattern. I'm going to add some lace to hem the bottom edge. Then 2 rows of long straight stitches to gather the waist. My skirt will be much fuller than the pattern intends since I'm making my own alterations. But I'll attach it the same way she shows, wrapping the ends round the bodice before sewing. Here the waist is pinned to help pass it through the machine. The skirt sides look good once they're turned right side out. I've added a lot of bulk with my super gathered skirt, so I don't have any overlap in the back. To close it up, I'm going to join the bottom of the skirt, then sew on 2 ribbons to tie into a bow. I'm singeing the ribbon ends and making up a little matching bow to sew onto the front of the dress. Here's my finished dress with the ribbons and embroidered X's at the back too. Well, what do you think? I absolutely love it. I think the 2 fabrics look great together and the flouncy sleeves are so much fun. Stick around until the end to see the other Pride-inspired outfits I've put together for my Blythe dolls. I'm not very outspoken about my beliefs, but I certainly do believe in supporting LGBTQ+ rights. It's important to remember that trans and women's rights are human rights too. So please help spread some love and acceptance. Look after each other, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!